Good day, everybody. Brian here, quantlabs.net. I have not done a lot of these videos a lot, but this one's very generic. I got this message from Instagram, and this message is a DM. Basically, is what it's saying. Blah, blah, blah. I really like your content, but can't really manifest what I have in mind. Okay. I want to start a financial company, but I don't have the knowledge on how to start. Can you help me and guide me? All right. What can I tell you? You got to have a plan. You got to have a goal. I'll just give you my experience. I don't want to start a financial plan, financial firm. You can make a lot of money if you're profitable, like really serious profitable. Now, uh, based upon where you live and depending upon where you live, let's say US, UK, Canada's the worst for it, but US is pretty tough and UK is pretty tough as well. When it comes to regulation, I think regulation is your number one goal or number one challenge. If you are planning to raise capital and turn it into whatever, going to VC, going to private equity, even those are tough to get. I've heard through the grapevine for a lot of these weird startups, just basically Johnny come home lately kind of operations. Nothing unique, nothing and as you can tell by this caption here, right here, if you're not profitable, go public. That's what how a lot of VC funds go. Again, I don't know what your goals are, but what you can do is if you get or you're really driven, what you can do is find a trading strategy like I got that's profitable, get third party verified, and you can do one of two paths. You can easily go to a lot of the investment community that have like portfolio allocators. And what they'll do is they'll consider your strategy and you as a trading firm and invest into your trading firm. So now you got to worry about things like back end reporting, back office stuff, and you're not quite at regulation yet, but that's a big feat there just to implement that and to get capital. It's worth it if you got and you're willing to do it. And you got a lot of money behind you in the name of probably millions of dollars to build out the infrastructure you'll need. And the other big factor when it comes to the strategy itself, you got to make sure it's recessionary proof. And in this day and age, it's actually proven to be, I don't know, call it depression proof or calamity proof. And it's got to be able to get through and show profit through those market conditions. That's even harder. Um, so to stay on top of that and show profit and generate the alpha that you'll need, depending upon your asset class, but the alpha metric will always be in the standard benchmark will always be the S&P 500 or SPY. I mean, think about it. If you're an investor, no matter where you're at, the easiest way to generate capital or return is just to invest in the stock market and an S&P or a SPY, and you could probably get return. I mean, outside of last year where it was very negative, and we could have a negative return a year again this year. It's never guaranteed, but that's the standard. And if you're not able to beat that, you're going to have problems raising capital and getting people to invest into you. Um, I don't know what you define as a capital or a financial company, hedge fund. It's all the same. Yeah, you got to show profit. You got to show track record. That's another one. It's got to be verified. The easiest way to get around it is generate, as I said, some sort of trading strategy, be it in whatever asset class, crypto, forex, stock, future option, whatever asset class you choose. You have to have that track record. It has to be verified. I've talked to years ago at capital allocators that were getting like 10, 15 million a month allocated to them, and then they choose where they're going to deploy their capital. And usually, what he told me was simple as this: they don't look at broker accounts to get verified. What they look at is the publishing house of where the broker uh, trades. So, if let's say you're with Interactive Brokers, They don't care about your track record because they will, well, not the broker level. They don't care about that. They want to see what the publishing house. So this is the level of difficulty you're going to go through on that. Now, in terms of HFT, people are just reading so much BS out there. It's crazy. I had another guy. I can't remember the source where it came from, but a guy wanted just, oh, I want to get into HFT. Help me. Um, no, no, no. HFT is even worse. You've got to have, again, millions of dollars behind you to scale into the big money. I mean, you could kind of maybe do it somewhat on crypto exchanges like DXDY or BISC. If you're just doing Bitcoin, Ethereum, I just put up a video on that today. Check that out. So it's potentially possible, but wherever there's regulation, that's going to be the death of whatever idea you come up with. And it just comes back to what I said also earlier. So the best way to do it, if you want to get the capital, people go on about copy trading. In my province in Canada, if you're going to copy trade, you got to get registered with the Legal Securities Commission Authority to get registered. And once you're registered, then you can allow the local population to, basically copy your trades. That's a hard business. I tried that once, and if your strategy goes down, you're screwed. So I wouldn't go down that path for copy trading. But if it works and it's bulletproof in all market conditions, then yeah, you have a potential to do copy trading. But what you could do is do what I'm doing is put out a strategy. Here's my stock picks. Follow what I'm thinking. Here's some reports on it on what I'm thinking. Here's what other people say, and here's why it's profitable. And yet you're not touching people's money. That's another big key to stay out of the regulatory hornet's nest. And from there, what you can do is just put out those stock picks, and if they're profitable, and again, they got to meet all the the market conditions, and to make sure that they're bulletproof no matter what happens in the market. As I said in various podcasts I put out recently, or even my webinars, there's a reason why I like U.S. listed stock. I'm not saying U.S. Based stock, but U.S. listed stock, which can include international. With what I do is I'm able to scan the hot sectors, as you may know, and from there, what you can do is you can break out what are the performing stocks, and then be able to automate the outlook of those particular stocks that a lot of these high profile investors got, and they're charging like $300-400 a month to get access to these reports, and they only put out one a month, but I'm doing it almost on a daily basis. And the thing is that that's pretty valuable to provide for people. But the reason why I like U.S. stock, in a nutshell, is because of the data that you get and have access to. So, for instance, you have access to what are other analysts saying, what are the forward guidance coming right from the stock or the company of the stock. So you get it right from the horse's mouth, and you're able to gauge that against other stocks. Also, it's highly liquid. I mean, it's probably the most liquid asset class out there. Maybe kind of outside of Forex, but even Forex is a kind of a joke as well because there's no data, not compared to like U.S. stock. And the thing is that there's just more data to work from with U.S. stock, and the forward guidance and the what other analysts are saying, let's say on TradingView, that in itself is what's going to separate your ability to trade and trade profitable, no matter what the trading conditions are. Good example of that, look at the state of this crypto winter. The crypto winter has been going on for well over a year now, and it dries up, and there's more manipulation that comes in. It gets regulated probably to death. I mean, I don't know if you heard about the choking operation or Operation Chokehold. They're trying to probably kill out crypto trading, the ability to trade crypto. That's another story. But it's getting harder. But they're not going to touch U.S. stock. They can't. They won't. And as long as you play above board, you're all good. So in terms of all that, that's what I would probably look at. And it's not so easy as one might think, especially if they're coming through Instagram. I don't know this guy's capability, but just generally, these are just what I call hot. I mean, I couldn't say if this guy's what I call a hot dogger. He just chases after whatever he thinks is the hot thing, and looks to go to people like myself trying to find the coolest trading or latest money making. Next, it could be AI, and they want to know how they can make money in AI. Next, it'll be how to be an influencer, put on a bikini, and make money at that. Like, that's the kind of mentality we're dealing on general social media. Not good. But again, I'm not lumping this guy into it. I don't know him, but that's the general perception I have of people that are coming to me through social media. So what I'm saying there is I don't take these kind of queries very serious, just based upon the very general query here with no solid plan. I don't take this stuff seriously. If you're on my email list and you've been on my email list, that's a different matter. If you're a customer of mine, that's even more of a different matter. But just generally, I don't take this sort of stuff seriously, but I try to put out some help there. A lot of people may not like it. And if you're just gonna pepper people on LinkedIn or whatever with these kind of generic questions and you don't follow up and say thank you, well, here's my response to you. It's just double that right up your you know what. And we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. And don't waste people's time if that's what you're doing, because it doesn't do anything, and you're going to get less response. And more people are going to look at you as a joke. And I will tell you, if you think that that people are collecting lists of people like this, social media accounts and stuff, and they're going around. All right, we'll just leave it at that. Anyways, you can get on my email list if you want to know more about what I do, helping people, genuinely serious people. Go to quantlabs.net/books. You'll see all that in the bottom description of this email where you find it, or this video.